Understanding your landing pages. What is the purpose of your landing page? This seems like a simple question, but the vast majority of us cannot answer it in a simple and cogent sentence. Most of your websites and landing pages have become overgrown like a dense jungle. They have no clear purpose, and are instead a grab bag of unrelated tidbits, each one hoping to compete for visitors' attention. Let's take a close look at what your landing pages are, and ask a series of questions about what they ought to be. Chapter Contents. Landing page types. What parts of your site are mission critical? Who is your landing page designed for? What is the desired conversion action? What is the lifetime value of the conversion action? Landing page types. The landing page is the first page that a visitor lands on as a result of your traffic acquisition efforts. Landing pages come in three main flavors. Main site. The landing page might be part of your main corporate website. Such pages have the same navigation and page layout as all of the other pages on your site. The specific landing page might be buried several layers deep within your site organization, or it might be your homepage. Microsite. The landing page is part of a microsite specifically designed for a single audience or purpose. A microsite usually has one main call to action, such as a purchase or information request, and all of the information on the site funnels the visitor back to this desired conversion action. A microsite usually contains a few pages of supporting information that allow a visitor to make an educated decision about the topic in question, and request further information or buy something. Such information includes a detailed description of your product or service, buying guides or wizards, downloadable white papers, comparisons to similar products or services, case studies, testimonials, and other validation. Microsites can be branded as part of your main company, or can have their own standalone. Some web pages are specifically designed for a particular marketing campaign. Such pages usually have specific information related only to the offer or action that you would like your visitors to take. Usually there is a clear, single call to action. If the desired action is not taken, standalone landing pages may employ an exit pop-up window with a secondary desired action, or a repeat of the original call to action. The type of landing page that you deploy is largely dictated by your traffic source, as well as the type of product or service that you offer. Ideally, your traffic can be specifically directed to a particular page and tracked in significant detail. For example, a PPC campaign allows you to specify the exact landing page for each keyword. This information can be tracked through the conversion process, and allows you to calculate the ROI at the keyword level. Such traffic should generally be directed at goal-oriented, standalone landing pages. The advantage of standalone landing pages is that they are targeted. They do not overwhelm your visitor, or distract them with irrelevant information. This usually results in the best bang for the buck and highest conversion rates. In the case of an online catalog, this may be harder to do. When you prepare large PPC campaigns, you create a mapping indicating exactly where each keyword should land. A good rule of thumb is to always deep link the PPC traffic within your main site. Place the visitors as close as you can to the information that they requested. Even though the traffic will land in different places on your site, at least you can control the exact landing page for each keyword. For example, if you were operating an online shoe catalog, you might use the following landing pages: shoes website homepage, women's shoes homepage, hiking boots category homepage, Reebok sneakers Reebok brand homepage, Bruno Magli Ranyan Colo product detail page for this particular shoe model. Some main site traffic cannot be easily controlled. If you achieve a high ranking for a particular keyword, as a result of good search engine optimization (SEO), visitors will land on the most relevant page on your site, as determined by the search engine. This may mean that the traffic enters through what you might consider a side door and not the main page on your site. Many websites make sure that such popular SEO landing pages offer supplemental navigation to quickly link to important parts of your site. This in effect converts the landing page side door into another front door. Other traffic is more generic and anonymous. For example, most traffic from offline sources is likely to end up on your home page for the simple reason that visitors will not bother to type in a long and convoluted URL. Even if you give them a specific landing page, many visitors will shorten it and drop everything except your top-level domain name. In general, unless you operate an online catalog, landing controllable traffic sources on your main website should be a last resort. By definition, your main site must serve many audiences, so it is likely to be somewhat generic and cluttered. Each page must also include all of your cumbersome navigation and page layout conventions in order to have a consistent look and feel throughout the site. Single products or services are ideal for standalone landing pages. Many products have been successfully sold via the online equivalent of a long direct mail sales letter. Much of online lead capture likewise depends on a single page to start and ideally to complete the information collection process. Microsite landing pages fall somewhere in between. They are typically used when the product or service in question requires a lot of supporting information. Microsites work well because they are separate from the main corporate site and focus exclusively on the needs of the visitors who care only about their immediate goal. They create more intimacy and a feeling of belonging, while still providing important supporting information. What parts of your site are mission critical? Mission critical activities on your sites can easily be identified. All you have to do is ask yourself the following question. Note, would your business's performance grind to a halt if the content in question was removed from your website? You must be very sober and ruthless in answering. Very little of the content on your site meets this definition. For the most part, only activities that drive business revenues and sales fall into this category. Here are some examples of typical site content that is not usually mission-critical: investor relations, company mission statement, open job listings, management bios. I am sure that counter-examples can be brought up to each of these, e.g., job listings for a recruiting company, or management bios for a professional services firm. But as a rule of thumb, supporting company information is not mission-critical. Still not sure whether something is mission critical? Use this test. No dash does the content create a meaningful transaction or deepen your relationship with the visitor. A meaningful transaction does not have to be your ultimate conversion goal. It can be a small incremental step that creates physiological momentum toward that goal. Deepening your relationship means that you have been given a higher level of trust by the visitor. Tangible evidence of this includes spending more time on important parts of your site. So does increased page views of key content. Of course, the most important indicators are the sharing of information by filling out forms, calling, or chatting, downloading written materials or computer programs, signing up for free trials and promotions, or actually buying something. All other content on the site is at best irrelevant, or at worst a distraction from the mission-critical parts. As you will see later in the book, this deadwood content should be eliminated, or at least reduced in scope and emphasis as much as possible, in order to streamline the important parts of your landing pages. What you should be left with are the mission-critical parts that you will test and tune to improve conversion rates.